What's up, boys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are about to take a drive in the 2019 Audi RS3. The reason why I'm doing this is for two reasons. I drove the 2023 about a month ago, and you guys saw that, and it was a great car, and I loved it. That was my first time really driving an RS3. It was great. Now I want to drive this one for a reason of I want to compare it to the newer ones. Is the older one better than the newer ones, which is the 8V and the 8Y? And I want to see if this could potentially be a perfect option for the next build on the channel. That's my goal today. I'm excited to drive it, and I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to throw the head strap on. We're going to go for a drive. Let's enjoy it. All right. So far, it feels pretty good. I think it feels better than the newer one. Accelerate a little bit here. Sounds better too. The newer one didn't have a lot of sound. He lowered this car too, right?
Yeah, I think it's definitely lower.
You can tell by the rear, not so much, but the front you can tell. Oh wow, that's a loud paddle. Wow. Responsive. Small here. Oh, it's really, really aggressive. See, so much more aggressive than the new one. I knew it too once I drove it, and I've seen so many YouTube videos and so many friends driving this car and owning it, and I never had a chance to drive this one. So seeing it, it's like, why do I feel like this one is more aggressive than the new one? And so far, as long as, you know, it feels more aggressive. I like the steering wheel better too. They have like the basic Audi round steering wheel and the newer ones. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It's still a performance car. It's just, you know, it's not. A lot of the newer cars too, I've noticed, they've like taken away a lot of the actual performance feel to it. So, because I've driven a couple now, like even the new BMW M4, I like it, but the older one felt more rugged in performance. Oh boy, Jesus. People are something else. Okay. It feels more like my car just with an extra cylinder.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, and that's why I like it so much. That's why I was like this, because I'm thinking about getting a Golf R too. But I'm like, I kind of want to see what an RS3 is like. You know, it's good to get a test of it, see if I really want it. And so far, I'm in love with it. Okay, I didn't mean to downshift twice. I like the car though. The only thing I didn't really love about these cars was, you know, like the A4s or the S4s, they have the bigger screens. I don't know why they made them smaller, and like I get maybe the A3, even the S3, but an RS3 I would have thought maybe they accommodated for a bigger screen, but it's the same thing. You know? Oh yeah. Yeah. What I like about this car, I'm stage 2 in my car, but what my car doesn't do is shift that quick. There's the one thing I wish my car did, because it jolts just like that too, and it feels good, but it doesn't shift as fast. Yeah. And that's kind of like, that's what I really love about this car, is that even the other one, the newer one, shifted really, really fast too, and I'm like, I love that it shifts so quick. Whoa.
It doesn't help that it's on these like lowering speeds.
I know, it doesn't help. It guys sounds worse than it really was, because I didn't see any crazy bump. That's why I would have avoided it if I saw it. I was like, whoa. I had a lowered Volkswagen Passat, so I used to hit bumps that did that all the time, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, very nice. Wow, that second gear when the boost builds, whoo, that's fun. I'd be having a lot of fun in this car. It's a tough decision because I love the Golf R, and the Golf R is a little cheaper for the newer ones. So, well, they're the same price as this essentially, but it's a couple years newer with less miles, but it's a little less power, right? So there's pros and cons to it, right? I get an Audi RS, which is something I've always wanted, right? And I get a 5-cylinder turbo, which is just full of just aggressiveness and power, plus the sound is, I mean, uncanny. I mean, you're not defeating that. The Golf R doesn't sound like this. Golf R feels great and it's awesome, but so it's a tough decision. That's why I really wanted to kind of get in this, because not only did I want to kind of compare it to the newer RS3s, I also kind of wanted to compare it to another car that I might buy, which is the 2022 Golf R, the Mark 8. So I don't know. It's tough, because I don't mind buying a little bit of an older car with a little bit of miles on it.
Yeah.
like, I mean, get back to that. I mean, like, stay with that, because I have a small car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I used to drive a big boat sedan. So I'm like, a part of me kind of wants to stay with like the short base vehicles. And the RS5 is not a boat, but it is bigger. 64% throttle. That's not a lot of throttle for how much power I just felt. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like, that's good. I know the M2 is gonna be a little bit slower, I know that. Shift. My God, I'm going way too fast. See, the sound is amazing. That's what I love about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just do this. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, it's awesome. I'm getting used to the paddles now. Well, I have to push them down. That's why I was like mis-shifting, because I was like, I'm not pushing down on it enough. Oh my God, it's really fast. So when I do pulls in my car, I hit over the speed limit. I'm always slowing down because, you know, my luck is I'll hit a cop or something. So I'm like, so I slow down, but like, I'm not going that far over. I mean, I was going maybe like 38, 40 when I first accelerated, and all of a sudden I was at 65. I'm like,
yeah.
Jesus. Drags on there, you know? That's awesome. Oh. It's just fun. Oh, wow. All right, boys. So after driving it, I will say that I love it. I really do. And I think it's better than the new RS3s. I like the way it drives. I like the way it kind of feels around corners. The downshifting is a little bit cleaner. I know they're practically the same car, but for some reason, this one just feels a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more like quicker on shifts. Sounds a little bit better too. I feel like there wasn't much sound going on in the 23s, and there's a lot more going on in the 2018s. So I will say that they are definitely a little bit better, and I do like it a little bit better than the newer ones. Now, when it comes to like power and stuff like that, they're all pretty much the same. They're not, like, I didn't feel much of a difference from the 23 to this. Like, it still kind of feels the exact same when it's like, you know, when it comes to boost and power. But this one just felt smoother. I liked, it feels smaller too. I know that the newer ones are not much bigger than this. I think they're pretty much almost the same size. But this feels a lot smaller than the newer ones do, and I will say that I appreciate that. I also appreciate this screen. This screen is so much nicer in my opinion. I think it's clean. But what I do like about the older, the newer RS3s is I kind of like how they have the new entertainment dash. Like I like how the newer RS3s kind of have that, you know, they have almost like a full setup here. Well, this is kind of basic, you know, with one little carbon fiber piece there and in the door. It's a little basic on the older ones. And this one's a 2019. So you gotta think, for 2019, technology was still pretty good. It's a little basic. I feel like my 2017 GTI has a little bit more than this. I do like the round vents though. But I'll tell you this, I like this spec because this spec doesn't have the red. Some reason I don't like the red spec on the older RS3s. Like on this version of the RS3s, I don't like the red stitching here or here, the red like line around the red trim piece around the vents, and the red stitching. I like the white. If I am going to buy this car at any point, and this is going to be the next build on the channel, I'm going to try my best to buy one that has all the white accents, because I think the white accents make the car look better. And it's kind of weird when you have like the blue model, the blue color one, the royal blue, and there's all red on the inside. It's a little strange to me. It's not a GTI, it's not this type of car, so I like the white better. One thing I do love about this car is it's basically kind of like my GTI. It had the same sunroof with the same shade. No sunglass case in this one though. I don't really like that. And then the footsteps and the pedals, once again, just like in the newer ones too, they're the exact same. I love it. Window switches are pretty much the same, door handles are the same. Like the car is pretty much the exact same. But I will say it was a fun car to drive. I must say it was a very fun car to drive. The only thing I will say I didn't love was the paddle shifters the guy put on here, the previous owner. They're a little clicky. And I know some people probably like that. I don't love that. I think it's a little too clicky. I mean, I like to hear the click, but they're kind of hard. You know, they're rough. I mean, they look beautiful though, I must say, but they're a little rough. That's definitely interesting. One thing I like about this one than the newer ones is that they have a shifter and the newer ones don't. And, you know, I like having the shifter and it feels nice. Well, other than that, car's pretty much, you know, the same, just with, you know, different screens and stuff. And I really like it. I like the Alcantara inserts. I like that you have a speaker here in the door and there. That's pretty cool. Just noticed that. Very nice. Little carbon fiber accents. You know, I do think they probably could have done a little bit better with like ambient lighting or something around here. I feel like it's at nighttime, it's gonna be a little dark in here. But overall, I mean, very short car. So if you're tall, this is gonna be a rough car for you. Let me tell you, very, very small car. If you are, like the newer R3 is a little bit taller, but this one's really short. So if you're a tall person, like, just be prepared. And you don't really sit that low to the ground in the seats. So this one is lowered actually. This is a charcoal gray or graphite gray, whatever they call this one. This one's lowered on the stock wheels. It looks really pretty. It's got all the black accents. Looks like an aftermarket rear diffuser, which is really pretty on this one. Yeah, no, that's factory. But like, it's a pretty car. And I really think that this could be a really good option for the channel. And I know a lot of people have been telling me to buy this car, but here it is in the flesh, finally. We have it right here. And I don't know. What do you boys feel? I mean, I think it's a sexy car. It's small, it's lightweight, it's fast. We can put so much power into it too, which is nice. I mean, I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I mean, should I get an M2? Should I get an RS3? Should I get a Golf R? That's questions that have to be answered. I don't know yet, you know, because I want one of the three. I just don't know which one. And I got to figure that out. And I definitely think this one was amazing, but I still kind of like the Golf R better, believe it or not. But I love this car so much too. So it really all, like, I don't need to have the car I love the most, you know? But I will say I kind of still like the Golf R just a little bit better. I know I didn't really get much of a chance to really pull this car really, really hard, but I still had a chance to kind of do some pulls, and the Golf R still felt a little bit more, I don't know, the Golf R just felt a little bit smoother, you know? I don't know, boys, I don't know. But with that being said, thanks for coming along for the drive on the RS3 today. We will see you in the next one. Peace out, boys.